Papa, the topic is the Trinity convergence of the Supreme Godhead. That is the topic. Don't forget where you were going when I stopped you. So we can start from there.
So, Omagianam Timrin Dasia, Gyanan Jaya Salakaya, Shakshu Militamyena, Tasmaishi Guruve Namaha. I was born in the darkness of ignorance, but my spiritual master has opened my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. I offer my obeisances unto him. I offer my obeisances to my spiritual master, who had given me this opportunity to have this knowledge. And also I give my Dandavad. Dandavad means obeisances to Srila Prabhupada, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who brought this knowledge to the West, even in his old age. He brought this knowledge, and now this knowledge is a worldwide knowledge. So I'm very grateful. Today, I want to talk about the Trinity convergence of the Supreme Godhead. What do I mean by Trinity? Mm-hmm. We have three aspects of Godhead in different stages. I'm going to name a few according to the time we have. We have the effulgence we call the Brahmajyoti. Just as you have an aura, God also have that aura we call the effulgence. The brightness is so bright. And within that effulgence, like the sunshine, we have all living entities in it. But they do not have relationship. So they don't have bodies. They have the spiritual bodies, but they are not having any relationship with the Supreme. They are within the effulgence of the Lord. Now, if you hear the word Om, Om is the manifestation from that Brahmajyoti, which means eternity or eternal existence. So God is existing even within the Brahmajyoti, is the Supreme Lord. But that existence have not, the knowledge in it is little. Then the second aspect of the Supreme Lord is called the Paramatma. The Paramatma means the Supreme Lord who is existing within each and every living entity as the super soul. Without him, we are nowhere. And that super soul, there are personalities like the yogis and the sages. They worship him. And then they go internal. So you see them meditating. And then they go internal to see this Supreme Personality, and they worship that Supreme Personality of Godhead. And that Supreme Personality of Godhead has what we call knowledge, chit. So now, eternal existence and knowledge. So the Supreme, he is knowledgeable, he has knowledge, he is doing everything, he can communicate with you, does everything. So that is an aspect of God within you. When you are doing something and then you pray and then some inspiration comes to you, it's coming from that super soul from within. So if they say when the master, when the student is ready, the master comes. The master is the super soul within us who is guiding us. So the moment we are ready, he manifests as the master before us to teach us. The third aspect of the Supreme is called Bhagavan. Bhagavan means the Supreme Lord who is a person like you and me. So there is something we call anthropomorphism. Anthropomorphism simply means people think people are creating God in their likeness to worship. No, the Lord is already there and he has created us in his likeness. You follow me? And not only human likeness. All the animals you see, they are all aspects of the likeness of God.
Then how does God look like? Animal, human?
No. Yes, there are incarnations of the Lord who take the form of fish. Marshall, there are incarnations of God who take the form of kulma, tortoise. There are incarnations of God who take the form of Varaha, the boa. There are incarnations of God who take the form of half man, half lion. See, if God is the supreme, everything in the creation is the supreme. So why do you say this is not part? He said, in the beginning, only I was. In the interim, I became many. At the end, only I will exist. So when he wants pastimes, the Lord wants pastimes, they wants to perform. If he is alone, there will not be any enjoyment. So during that pastimes, his energy, who is the feminine aspect, even the Lord worships that feminine aspect, who is rather manifest. So all the creation, everything you see is from the feminine energy. It's called the Swarup Shakti. So women, you are all powerful. It's not all, but in the material world, that Swarup Shakti in the spiritual world manifests here as Maya, the illusory energy. And the illusory energy also has many agents who help. And then when we have done things that are wrong and we are being chastised, we say the devil did it. So who is the devil?
Who is the devil, Papa?
Nothing. If God is God, who is omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent, there's no one who can challenge him. But then who is the devil? If you do something wrong and the government puts you in prison and puts a prison warden beside you to take care of you, if you do anything there, he hammers you, says, stay there, and then you blame him to be the somebody evil.
You forgot what you did took you there.
He's only doing the will of God. And you go to the Bible. They said when Job was, when the children of God were gathered, the devil was among them. But in the scriptures it said, it is only those who are pure in heart who shall see God. But here, the devil was with the children of God and sitting before him, and he was not even talking to any of his other children who are very pure, but talking to the devil about Job. Come on. And he is seeing God, and he is the devil. Come on, there's something not right there. So who is
the devil?
The devil. The devil is the personalities in the material world who are putting us, who are performing bad activities in our place.
So in simply put, God is only one.
There's only one God. But that is where we are going back.
Okay.
So in the Bhagavan realization of the Lord is like a person, you and me. The Lord wants relationship. Just as we are in the material world, we want relationship. You are telling me now you want to have a relationship with somebody. In the same way, God wants to have relationship with us. And because of that, he has given us different situations. So those who want to have relationship with God on the neutral platform, they will see God on a certain level. Those who want to have relationship with him as master and servant, they will have certain platform. They will see God, but he is manifesting in that form to them. So we have the form of God as Narayan, Lakshmi Narayan. And in that form, there are people who are worshiping him in the spiritual world. And in that stage, in Narayan form, he is darkish in complexion. And all his disciples or people who are his associates there, especially those on the main, they are all in a dark form. They are there. Now, even higher than that, we have the Supreme Lord who has manifested, who wants to have consults. You follow me? So it is, they say, as above, so below. But over there, all those consults, everybody is satisfying Krishna, is satisfying God. Here we want to satisfy ourselves. And because this is a pervaded reflection of the spiritual world, as we try to satisfy our own whim, our own material desires, we are caught up in the vagaries of nature, material nature.